Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Hello and welcome to the January 2015 Patron Q&A. Yes, you guys have gone a little bit easier on me this time, you Raider and Tauren patrons who have access to asking me the questions, because last month you asked me a ton of questions. This month you've given me a bit of a break. So we're going to start off with Sona Yildiz, and if I'm saying that incorrectly, please let me know. But it's an awesome name nonetheless. He says, oh, I need to read it in German style as well. Okay, hey Richard, I have a question for you, about you. I would like to ask you, on which WoW server do you play? Yeah, kinda a short one, but hey, I'm not sure that was German. It's German-English, and it counts. It's German with an English accent from an Essex person who has lost his accent to a bunch of different accents that have all amalgamated together. So I have an excuse. Right. Yeah, that is a very short and sweet question. Which World of Warcraft server do I play on? Well, it's definitely the European one, not the North American one or Oceanic servers one. So European one, and it's Frostmane. PvP is what it should be. So Frostmane. Frostmane. Yes. Main reason for that is simply because other people that I know that play on it also play on that server, and yeah, that's that pretty much. I guess your answer question. If you want to ask me any more, then obviously feel free to go nuts in the next month. Now, the other dude what asked me a question is of course Pegabroster, and he says, oh, I might say it, he doesn't ask me to say it in a certain accent, but I might say it in a certain accent because of the starting words. Howdy, Rich. Another month come and gone, and support for you is steadily going upwards. 515 already. I wasn't expecting that for another month at least. My question for this month is, what does this success mean for the channel? Can we expect more of the same fun content we came to enjoy so much? Or do you have new plans to share? Are you excited, or are you keeping yourself reserved? I am excited for you. The 24-hour live stream was a success in my mind, and I hope to see such community events in the future. X and O's from your #1 fan, the Pegabroster. That was a lot of fun to do. Thank you very much for the question, Pega. Yes, let's talk about that. Well, first of all, the Patron 24-hour live stream event was obviously definitely a huge success. It was a lot of fun to play. The only times where it felt a little lackluster was very early on in the morning, and I'm not on about like 1 AM in the morning. Morning I still consider like 5 AM or 6 AM. I don't consider 1 AM or 2 AM morning, even though it technically is. I still consider that late night, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to play. It went smooth as it could do. We didn't technically have a bot, but we had Rundax helping out a lot of the time with access to his bot, which allowed me to play on a lot of the maps that I had selected, pre-selected in advance. And of course, Shieldorfer doing an amazing job with the spreadsheets, helping to keep everything smooth, flowing, organized. And with that in mind, I think it went about as well as it could do for like the first time doing such an event where it hadn't been practiced before. And I think people enjoyed it. I definitely had a lot of positive feedback from it, so I really had a good time doing it. As for more of those, it's technically the next goal for $675 per month, not per month, but that's in total. Like at the moment on about $500-ish. So if the patron level reaches up to $675 per month, then I will introduce not a 24-hour patron stream. I think from the feedback I was getting, it would be to have it a more sensible amount of hours. So 6 to 8 hours stream, it can be worked out to 12 hours, or it can be worked down to 5 hours, whatever it needs to be. If I keep getting feedback from people, even like listening right now to me, if you want to write down in the comments, then go ahead. Probably best not to do another 24 hours, because that really does take a hell of a lot out of me. I didn't really get into the fact that it took ages to set up, but it was the first time doing it, so that was a real large reason why it took so long. But even when it did take so long, it took so long to get all the maps, get the links to them, upload it to YouTube, getting that to process, getting that to even work in the first place, uploading it multiple times. You can imagine uploading like a 6 or 5 hour segment, it's going to take an eternity, and then sometimes it doesn't work. So but yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. So if we could do it a more reasonable amount of hours, I'm more than happy to bring that in there, and hopefully we can reach that $675 goal. That way I can make it something we can do at either the start of the month or the end of the month. It'll be worked out as the time gets closer towards it. Let's have a look. Your question is pretty much just basically what you any new plans to share. Well, in regards to like the content for the channel and stuff like that, or rather in regards to the channel, recently I started up that Reddit page, which is obviously a smallish thing, but it's just another step in the line of things that need to be done in order to promote the channel a bit more, broaden its horizons, allow people to communicate, give feedback, stay in touch. You know, it just allows that to happen that little bit more. Future plans, if I could say off the top of my head, and this is nothing that's coming in the immediate future, it's just stuff that I've had ideas, is of course a website, which would be much the same way that the Reddit would work. At the moment, I don't technically really need a website that I can think of, because the Reddit serves that purpose. It's like a forum, which is what I was after. So obviously people can leave feedback in the videos, I read all the comments and all of that, but if we had a place to discuss stuff, if certain ideas came up, people can give links to stuff. It's so much easier to do in that Reddit. It's like a proper forum for that kind of thing. So a website for that could be a potential. It'd probably be a website to cover both the channels, I suppose, which is what I did with the Reddit thing. It isn't specifically for WTiiWarcraft, it's for both channels. So I can try to keep things in one place. The only reason why I split the YouTube channel is just to have one thing dedicated to the Warcraft 3, which is obviously what the WTiiWarcraft is. And the other channel is free to do whatever it wants. Yeah, I feel like I'm blanking here, but there's definitely questions to be answered here, or more answers to give. The website is definitely a plan, like I say, and I'll probably use Squarespace or something like that, a template. I'll look into it when it comes to the time, but I think I need more features or offers or things to give to the people in terms of there being a reason for the website existing. Like, it sounds silly, but I suppose merchandise is the next way to go in some way. If you want to support in a different fashion, you can purchase some things. I know a lot of other YouTube sites and all that do that sort of thing, t-shirts and whatnot. It's an option. It would have to be, again, this is what the website comes down to. If there was a market for it, if there was an audience for it, if there was, you know, people wanting it, then I'd be more than happy to go and create it. As far as I know, I haven't really had many responses from people asking for a website. Not that they would naturally come over and say, you should have a website. But it's just, if there's enough feedback for it, then I'll heavily consider an idea. It's as simple as that. As for the channels, I've got a lot of, if I look at my emails here, I tend to put certain emails from people that give me ideas for future projects and stuff like that. And that way it's a little reminder, because obviously I can't get through to things straight away. But one of the things that was mentioned was like little guides, but not full-on guides, just guides on how to defend against enemies, so defend your base. So what this would come down to is me, if I can get more active with watching replays, maybe casting more replays, I can take note of certain situations, and then what I can do is do an analytical briefing of what happened during, say, Lucifer defending against a human tower rush or something like that as Orc. How did he deal with the situation? What point did he move out to do this, to pick up items? What should you be trying to do in this situation? What should you be trying to achieve? Should you be going for tier 2? Is that your end goal so you can get demolishers to push it off? That sort of thing. So if I get more into casting replays and stuff like that, that's definitely something that I'll expect to put more on the channel if I can get more replays. Again, Reddit is a great place to go. Reddit.com/r/witty, WTii. I didn't even actually tell you guys what it is called. But that's a great place to go if you want to post any replays really good replays like pro replays, anything you want covered. Even specifically, you could just give me a replay that covers something where someone is defending against the base, and then I can go and watch that replay, actually make a proper video regarding it, and analyze it as best to my capability as possible, and then put that out there on YouTube. And that could be like a second video. That wouldn't be the only video for the Warcraft 3 for the day. I'd always be trying to put out some sort of 4 versus 4 RT or some sort of solo game or something like that as my daily content. But on the side, there might be days where I can put up a second video or something like that, which is like a smaller video that if you just want a little bit more, it can give you a guide, or it's something that you can come back to. You might not be able to watch on the day that I upload it, but you can come back to it like a few days later and go, actually, now that I'm getting ready to play Warcraft 3 today, because I couldn't play it the last few days I was working, I'm going to check out this guide on how to burrow rush, or whatever it might be. You know, just a little thing. You have a sort of guide things. Let's have a look. Yeah, you were saying, got a response shown for every single race, which helps against this and that. I mean, how to counter important things, you know, that would be great. I know there can be, and unfortunately my emails cut off a message if it goes on too long, but I can always reply and listen or read the message. But it's that sort of thing. Looking at an archer, when should you use an archer as a night elf player? What point should you consider dropping using archers and move on to the next unit? Yeah, I don't know. There's lots of ideas. If you got any more ideas, feel free to put them in the comments section below. I will read them, and again, I will add them to the list of things to help me do. I want to do more sort of top playlist type videos. The trick with that is I'm trying to finish off 2014, and I've been so busy with everything else. I'm trying to get all this Patron stuff as well, and it's going out there. It's going out there. But if I can get on top of things, at least get the 2014 one done, because I want to do the worst plays of 2014. But obviously that means going through the videos, and that would take an eternity. So I have to try to remember the videos where things went badly, and then I can probably get 7 or so top worst plays out of that. And then once that's done, maybe once a month do a top something, like top replays of the month, or top top videos of the month, but it doesn't have to be 10 if it's per month. It could be like top 5 or whatever it is, and then top 6 misplays, or top 4 best moments of the month, or best skill plays. Do you know what I mean? So the thing that really helps me out with that is what you guys do a lot, and if you can do it more, I would love it. I love seeing timestamps. It means I've got to go and bloody click on the video and then have a look at it and just see what you're talking about, but it's worth it, because it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that moment where that happened, or this person did something ridiculously stupid, most likely me, but someone said something. You know, there's good moments that I forget about because I record these. I don't really watch them back, rarely, unless they're brought up to me through a timestamp. And then I can quite easily forget about them after a while. And then when it comes to making one of these top videos, I sort of like, oh, I know there's a couple of moments where something happened, but what was it called? So the more timestamps you can give me of anything happening, you know, whether it's a terrible play, me being an idiot, me being fantastic, you know, all ranges of things, please feel free to timestamp in the video or in a comment or on Reddit, whatever it might be. That'd be fantastic. I might even make like a little page, like a sticky page at the top post for you guys to put all of your favorite timestamps to things. So if you, like, for example, go into the reddit.com/r/witty, by the time you see this, there'll be a sticky post, and you go there and just type in what you would basically type in a YouTube comment and say, you know, give me the link to the video and the timestamp, or specifically the video with the timestamp, depending on how confident you are with using the YouTube. But yeah, that would be fantastic. And I know I've kind of gone off on a tangent, but it does kind of answer your question to a degree. As for future plans and stuff like that, yeah, like I say, the website and future things, I want to get that bot. That's something I wanted to get. They still haven't got through back to me. I wanted to get it for the Patron games, and I gave them over a week's notice saying, you know, I'm going to be doing this event. I need a bot so I can upload my maps. They kind of got back to me, but it was more like a robotic type response. We will contact you again when there is someone available. So I guess they're a dead site or something now. Like, they don't want my money, because it costs money to hire a bot. But otherwise I'm going to have to try other websites. But I want to get a bot so that if these Patron games do become an event or something like that, where we can play, you know, with the people supporting, it'd be fantastic. And I want a reliable source where everyone can play on like 0 ping, you know, perfect connections and all of that, and I can upload the maps and we can play nice and smooth game to game to game. That'd be fantastic. So that's another thing. If I get any more ideas, I'll let you know as time goes on. So I think that'll do it for the Q&A today. I want to thank you ever so much for supporting. Make sure, if you are a patron right now, to check your messages at patreon.com/WTiiWarcraft. Check your messages, and there you will basically see a link to everything that you have access to, albeit whatever status you are. So if you're a peon, a grunt, a raider, a berserker, a raider, a tauren, you know, you're going to get different rewards for however much you're deciding to pledge per month in support of the channel. So make sure you check your messages, and I'll put everything that is going to be yours there. So yep, thank you everyone. If you are interested in becoming a patron and you haven't become a patron yet, then obviously patreon.com/WTiiWarcraft. Check the video description below, there'll be a link to it, and there you can go and check out the different rewards you'll get. At the very least, if you pledge even just $1, you're going to get yourself an extra Warcraft free video for the month, and the ones for this January are pretty fucking epic, to be honest. So that, at the very least, for just $1 is going to get you something. And then maybe the other rewards might tempt you to go a little bit further, or maybe you just like what I do and you want to throw a little support my way. I want to say thank you everyone that has been doing that so far, and thank you if you're considering it as well. All right then, guys, thanks very much again. Take care, have a good one. I'll see you later.